Probably heard of the Giant's Causeway in Ireland, but did you know that Scotland has its own version? On this tiny island off Scotland's west coast, there's a natural cave made of hexagonal stone columns formed by the same ancient lava flow that made Giant's Causeway 60 million years ago. It has inspired classical music, it's been visited by Queen Victoria and Sir Walter Scott, and it's home to wild puffins in the spring and summer months. And yet, most people don't even know this place exists. This is Fingal's Cave on Staffa Island, and today I'm walking you through the exact half-day tour we did so you can see it for yourself. So let's dive right in. Today we are taking off on a ferry ride to the Isle of Staffa to see the famous Fingal's Cave and also hopefully to spot some puffins. The one thing today, of course, is extremely windy, as you can see. So we are layered up with I think I have 4 layers on right now and a windbreaker. Hopefully we don't lose our caps. The tour starts on the Isle of Mull, and if you haven't yet seen my videos on the top destinations to visit and how to plan your trip to Mull, be sure to watch them right after this for all the inspiration and planning you need. We booked our tour with Tourist Mara, which departs from the Ulva ferry on Mull's west coast. The boat ride to Staffa lasts about an hour, but you quickly realize that this tour is not just about the destination because the ride itself is equally as exciting. The views of the rugged coastline were absolutely jaw-dropping, but my favorite part was wildlife spotting. We were there a little too early for dolphins and whale sightings, but we did get to see birds of prey like this massive eagle on the hunt. One thing I'd encourage you to do is chat with the crew and ask all your questions. They're locals and genuinely know their stuff, especially when it comes to wildlife in the area. I learned so much about birds and puffins from one of the crew members who's a passionate birder in his free time, which made the visit that much more special. When you arrive on Staffa, you get 1 hour to explore and you're free to decide how you want to spend that time. We started with a walk to the northeast corner of the island in search of the puffin colony. It's a relatively easy walk across rolling grassy plains. We have 2 things that we want to see. Puffins first. Apparently now there should be a whole colony of puffins all the way over there on that side. And then actually I'm gonna head to Fingal's Cave if I don't get blown off of these cliffs and just slap them and right into the water because holy guacamole is here. Literally I'm fighting against them as you can see. Unfortunately, we didn't encounter the entire puffin colony on land, but we did get up close and personal with this adorable little guy who was playing peekaboo with us, running inside and out of his little burrow. It was my first time seeing a puffin in the wild, so for me, it was still a big deal. We are very pleasantly surprised with the weather turned out today. Our jackets have done the job. It's also bright and sunny, so we actually are not feeling the cold. Actually, the wind is it's making us feel like seabirds, blushing. We made our way back to the other side of the island to visit Staffa's main character, Fingal's Cave. To Fingal's Cave, you have to come back down towards where the boat is and then take this really narrow path here along the water all the way until you wrap around into the cave. So let's see what we can find. The cave is over 200 feet deep and 70 feet high and made entirely of these towering hexagonal columns of black basalt that look almost too perfect to be crafted only by the forces of nature. But geology confirms it. These columns were formed 60 million years ago when lava from an ancient volcano cooled slowly and cracked into these near-perfect columns, just as they did to make the Giant's Causeway across the sea in Ireland. Its Gaelic name means the melodious cave. This is because when the waves crash inside these basalt walls, the sound echoes back like a natural pipe organ. In fact, in 1829, a young composer named Felix Mendelssohn visited and left feeling deeply inspired, later composing the Hebrides Overture, one of the most famous pieces of classical music ever composed. It's one of those places that remind you how perfect the natural world is, and that kind of makes you want to go home and take up geology. Oh, and remember how we missed seeing the entire puffin colony on the island? Well, turns out we were in for a surprise because we got to see all of them bobbing and playing amongst the waves like this, which is the perfect little cherry on top to end the experience. I'll link the exact tour we took in the description so you can book it for yourself. And if you'd like more help planning your Mull trip, grab my full Isle of Mull itinerary and guide in the description below that shares our exact day-to-day itinerary, booking leaks, extra tips, and so much more. That's all for this one. If this video was helpful, be sure to like and subscribe for more detailed travel itineraries and bucket list experiences in Scotland and beyond. I'll see you in my next video, and in the meantime, happy travels, my friends.